Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove, and in this video I'm going to talk about the impact of lockdown on wildlife and the natural world. This is the second video I've made on this subject, having uploaded the first at the beginning of lockdown when it had been enforced in the UK for about a week. Now, after 4 weeks of lockdown in the UK and more or less time in other countries, there are consequences for the world's wildlife which are not the blessings we first thought. You may recall how in Venice's canals the waters ran clean. Fish were seen in the clear waters and a dolphin was spotted exploring. Since then there have been wild boar in Barcelona, herds of deer appearing in urban areas of the USA, goats taking to the streets in a Welsh town, and even mountain lions making an appearance in the US suburbs. Pumas, coyotes, and all manner of other mammals and birds have appeared in areas where noise and pollution usually excluded them. Over the world's cities, clouds of smog have cleared, giving people views not seen for decades. The water and the air are cleaner as carbon emissions, nitrogen dioxide, and other pollutants have been reduced by the huge reduction in human activity. It's an eco-warrior's dream come true as aircraft are grounded and airlines go out of business. It is, after all, what they've been campaigning for, and there's no sympathy on their part for the tens of thousands of airline staff who may end up on welfare. But while many are rejoicing, posting comments online about Mother Earth healing and the like, spare a thought for the wildlife that is hidden from view. You may have long since assumed that during lockdown the animals flourish, but not all of them do, and many of the rarest are now at even greater risk. The aircraft that many longed to see grounded were also the means by which ecotourists reached far-off places. Ecotourism in many of those countries is now at a standstill. The ecotourism industry is often the main source of funding for conservation in less developed countries. Those employed by ecotourism are now faced with months of unemployment, and many of their governments just don't have the wealth to furlough staff or pay grants to businesses while lockdown lasts. So the risk of poaching is now higher than ever in Africa, Asia, and in some European countries too, where poachers take advantage of the reduced vigilance and weakened security. Companies in countries like Kenya that usually supply plants for the European markets, plants that are flown there of course, are likely to close, leaving thousands more unemployed and looking for alternative income, one of which is poaching from wildlife parks where the security is now relaxed. With wildlife safaris halted, the rangers that remain at their posts are worried that the cameras will soon be replaced by rifles in the hands of poachers who are either emboldened or desperate. And it's not just the fact that the tourist numbers have dropped because the aircraft aren't flying. There is also the risk of the coronavirus taking hold among the local populations. Those left without any other means of putting food on the table for their families will once again turn to their immediate surroundings. They will revert to poaching, hunting for bushmeat, and cutting down rainforests to clear areas for crops and grazing. It has taken years of effort by various conservation groups to persuade these communities to look upon the biodiverse habitats that surround them as their main source of income through tourism. With the financial support from eco and other forms of tourism gone, they will no longer be so tolerant of marauding wildlife that trespass into crops or which threaten livestock. The coronavirus pandemic has reminded us that the Earth does recover quickly given half a chance, but the fact that pollution clears up when human activity stops shouldn't surprise us. Before this crisis began, we were already working towards cleaner cities, aircraft, transport, energy, etc. But we can't continue that work without keeping current economies going. The process of gradually researching, replacing and upgrading our technology to be more sustainable, renewable and far less polluting can only continue if we have the material resources to do so. The coronavirus has given us pause for thought, but sooner or later the aircraft must and will start flying again, taking ecotourists back to the countries that need them. The legacy of this pandemic in terms of the environment is simply a reminder of the goals we have already set and to which we were already working towards before our lives and economies were interrupted. Rare animals, rainforests and other biodiverse habitats need protection and conservation, paid for in part by the money spent by those arriving by air. And small islands that rely almost exclusively on tourism need the holidaymakers to return. Thanks for watching, but don't go yet as I have an important request. Please consider doing one or more of the following. If you'd like me to create a video for you to promote your products or services, go to redspan.com and use the contact form or just leave a comment below. Do the same if the sound of my voice is a fit for your voiceover needs. If you'd like to sponsor more videos like this, go to patreon.com/redspan. Your donation, however small, will help me to improve both the quality and the quantity of my videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with others. If you have any opinions, questions or feedback, please post a comment. Finally, subscribe to my channel and click the bell to be notified of new similar videos. Thank you for your kind attention.